So let's do this. How I can help you the more. I believe that you have actually watched all the training that we have pertaining on this particular Facebook and how to get customers using Facebook, the videos above. And I believe that you have actually digest everything. So the question now is, how can I help you the more? And if I may ask, maybe that might help more, but if I may ask, on what area did you needed me to help you the more, especially when it comes to this particular online space? In other words, how to get traffic to whatever you are selling, how to get customer to whatever you are selling, how to compare those customers to actually buy stuff. So in other words, I believe that the only help you might need from me at this particular time, as in the much one you can need from me, is actually how to get, if there is any way to get more people to whatever you are doing. I believe that particular stuff is actually what you might need from me to help you with. Again, if there is any other thing, probably you have to comment below and tell me actually what I can help you with. But let me actually, if what you needed my help more is actually how to get more people to whatever you are doing, then let's actually know some certain thing before I can show you how I can help you. First of all, there is what we call universal law. Obviously, we know, if you don't know anything, at least you know that the law of force of gravity say that if you throw something up and at the zero energy, that particular stuff started getting down. Sure, understand me? Where there is gravity, the law, the energy of the force of gravity, and all the good things. So there is a universal law that governs income. And look at what it says. It said that the amount of money you will make is directly proportional to three things. Sure, understand me? And those three things are: number one, the demand for what you do, obviously for money. I don't know what if you get it. So if there is higher demand for what you do, then expect more money if you sell more. I know what if you get it. Then number two, say how well you are doing that particular stuff you are doing. And number three says, and how difficult it is in replacing you in doing that particular stuff. So if whatever you are doing for money, there is higher demand of it in the in space, right? And you can do that particular stuff well, and it's very difficult to replace you when it comes to do that particular stuff. My friend, the law of universe, you are working with that particular law if you are taking that particular action, and obviously you will see this particular stuff will call money. I don't know whether you get it. Now let's assume in our field, in what we actually be going on over some quiet time now, in other words, in marketing. I don't know whether you get it. I told many people, I said it over and over, that I am not ashamed of marketing, because actually that is the power of God. As in, I'm not ashamed of marketing. I didn't know how to put it, but you get me, because it's the power of God unto creating wealth. It is the only way that whatever good offer you have on earth can be sold. If you have the gazillion store but nobody knows about it, the most powerful and most beautiful product but well, services, nobody knows about it, how can it be sold? And not if you get it. So now when you come to this particular space we are, in other words, marketing, there are two laws of income as a marketer. In other words, there are two laws that governs the income as a marketer. Remember previously I said what the demand for what you do. So let's assume that that thing you are doing is marketing, and marketing is your profession. Either you are doing it for yourself, for your business, in the marketing department of your business, of your company, or probably you are doing it for agency sake. I don't know what it is. So if marketing is that particular stuff you are doing, now there are two laws. There are two ways, laws that govern that particular stuff, right? Number one says that the amount of money you make is directly proportional to how much stuff you can sell. Because in the universal law, we find out that the amount of money you make is actually, number one, directly proportional to the demand for what you are doing. And there is tremendous demand for marketing, because nothing being sold now, you can't sell anything without marketing. And however you do it, you can't sell without actually marketing. I don't know if you get it. So now the amount of, if what you are doing that there is a demand of is actually marketing, then my friend, the amount of money you make is actually directly proportional to how much stuff you can sell. That is obvious. And number two actually state that how much stuff you can sell is directly proportional to the demand for that stuff. Number one. Now, how much traffic you can get to that particular stuff, in other words, how many people you made it available, you create awareness, you made to be aware of the existence of that particular awesome product you have or services, right? And your ability to convert those traffic into sale. I didn't know this way. So that is that. How much stuff you can sell and how much stuff you can sell lie on these particular three things. The demand for it. If people don't need it, my friend, how can you sell it? So if there is demand for it, then the second one is actually to make people be aware of the existence of it, that you have it, and actually you know how to do it to the extent that those people you brought into that particular business will be compelled to actually buy. I don't know what you get it. So now, without wasting time, I have to tell you. So don't let anyone confuse you on this. I don't know if you get it. For what it takes to be making money online is simple as number one, getting the right offer to the right people in the right way at the right time. This first step, getting the right offer, in other words, higher in demand product or services, what people are actually looking for, to the right people, making it available and making people to be aware of the existence of that particular stuff, yeah, in the right way, my friend, at the right time. And when you do that, higher percentage of those right people will buy and you make money. That is simple. And not difficult. So most of the time, some people are actually complicating something that shouldn't be complicated. You understand me? So now let's actually look at this particular survey, because what I found out is that because of the complication, a lot of teachers or a lot of marketers are actually complicating some stuff. It seems as if say that nobody is going forward and no difficult. So now, recently, there is a survey that was actually conducted, and this particular question you are seeing on the screen was asked to the audience. And this particular question goes like this: Number one, all of your answer to these questions are anonymous, so it was clear for people not to be afraid of somebody else somebody else is seeing what he answered. So it's actually secretive to only the system of survey and the person asking it should understand. So the first question was like, how much money are you currently earning online? I don't know whether you should get it. Now, if you look at this particular answer, you will find out that over 80% of people are earning less than $100 every month on a monthly basis, and over 92% of people are earning less than $1,000 on a monthly basis. So if this thing is true, why are there all these particular noises on internet? Look at how to do it, look at how to do it. Where are those particular percentage of people? I don't know what if you get it. So probably there is a missing link. I don't know what if you get it. So now, and another question was asked, what is stopping you from reaching your income goal? In other words, if higher percentage of people were not actually making it, so what is the problem? She understand me, and he said, please select all that apply to you, everyone that apply to you, and look at the answer they got. She understand me. So the answer is actually 98% of them. If you actually add the number one and number three answer, 98% of them, their confusion, the reason why they are not making it when it comes to online is because they don't know how to get quality traffic. In other words, quality laser targeted customers to their business, and they don't know how to convert those particular customers when they come to their business. In other words, how to compel them to buy from them. These two particular stuff. And if you look at the second answer, you find out it says information overload. I get bombarded with conflicting information and get confused. So over 46% of them, the reason why is because actually a lot of marketers are actually teaching what they didn't even really know. In other words, they are confusing people all the more. I don't know if you get it. Instead of pinpointing and showing the step by step on how to do it, there is a kind of confusion when it comes to this particular online space. But you know what I have to tell you? Not anymore. And the reason why is because I have come to demystify what they mystified for you. So you know what you have to do, my friend? Do yourself a favor and turn off all distractions. So if your door is open and you are actually watching this particular video and it's like whatever that is happening outside is distracting you, my friend, it's better for you, at least for this particular few minutes we will stay on this video, to lock up your door, my friend, off your cell phone if you can. If you any distraction, if your email is beeping up, my friend, it's good for you to off it. If it's Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, there is a chatting going on maybe on your groups, why can't you actually off this particular stuff for this particular few minutes and pay very, 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 say what it be, very, 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 very close attention, because I wanted to actually blow everything out of the water and show you what I believe that if you understand, it can help you. If you understand, since you actually needed more help on how to get more customers to what we are doing, that is what I wanted to actually give to you now. So this is our agenda. This is actually the end, or the main thing we are on this particular video. Number one thing, I wanted to show you more cool traffic getting strategies. In other words, how you can get more customers to whatever you are selling, apart from the Facebook I have showed you before. You understand me? Then I will actually show you how you, I mean you, that is actually watching this particular video, will become a traffic expert. In other words, you know how to go out there and being sure that you know how to get traffic and how to actually convert that particular traffic into sale, into money. That is the end of the discussion. You understand me? So, and this particular stuff. Now, let's actually get into this particular stuff in real detail. Before I will show you more cool traffic strategies, I wanted to remind you that there are three main areas to focus to make money. In other words, if you wanted to be successful online, you have to focus on this particular three main area. And number one is obviously you have to focus on yourself. You might say, Oliver, what? I just needed to know actually more how to get more traffic. I am telling you the truth. You have to focus on yourself. That is number one. And when it comes to you, you have to actually focus on your belief system. You have to focus on your mindset. You have to focus on your self-control, in other words, your character and your habit. If these particular areas are not set well, my friend, you are going nowhere when it comes at least more of conversion. I don't know whether you get it, because actually you are the driver of your business. You are the driver of what you are doing, and no matter how handsome, no matter how powerful your vehicle you are using, in other words, your business on this particular stuff, your vehicle you are using is, but you as a driver do not know how to drive, my friend, you might get yourself inside the gutter. No difficulty. So you are the, if you have the best product ever and you know where to get best traffic, but my friend, in your belief system there is something like doubt, you can't get this particular stuff done. I don't know what difficult is, and this particular stuff is what's living in our habit, is our habit. And no difficult. So you need to actually work well on these particular areas of your life. And when you work well, then it became like magic. When I was starting out, I was like all about glorious and the Chinese stuff. I wanted to get this and some other thing. But my friend is fine of knowing how to set up campaign and some other thing. But the main thing is actually, if you know, or if you have all the knowledge on how to set up campaign, but and you have the best product in the world, my friend, and others are selling, but you, whenever you want, you are in the front of a prospect and wanted to sell, doubt setting. Doubt can kill idea like there is no other. So, my friend, you see yourself, you couldn't sell it. Or if your mindset is actually set on the negative part of the outcome, you are done. I don't know what you get it. Or if you have a bad habit or character towards your business, let's assume you are taking the resources that should be for business, money, time, and everything for pleasure, you got it wrong. You understand me? So I didn't understand this at the early start of my career, and when I started working on this, my friend, everything started changing. So make sure you look on this very well. Then the second one is actually, once you get yourself ready, you don't need to wait till you are complete, but just always be working on yourself. Then the second one is actually, you have to focus on knowing how to set up a right campaign, not just Facebook setup, not just Google ad setup, a right campaign from the ad my friend, to the thank you page after sell. I didn't know this getting. Then and the continuity depending on the customers you have actually acquired. You understand? Then the third one, once you know how to actually set up campaign, you know how to actually get right traffic. Once you can actually focus on these three main things and get it right, you are good to go. So understand? So now let me actually show you the four magic formulas that I used to follow whenever, especially whenever I'm trying to promote something new. So number one thing is that to get an offer. Obviously, you can't make money without anything. You can't sell nothing. So understand? You have to have something that you are selling, either you a product or service. My friend, it could be digital product, it could be digital service, it could be physical product or physical service. You must have something that you use to exchange with the as a kind of value that you need to exchange with the money that your prospect have to pay you, right? So you get an offer. So that's what I normally do. You get traffic to that particular offer. I don't forget to track result on the investment. You understand me? So you track your ROI to know whether if your profit from that particular traffic source and everything. If you are good, if you're in green color, you, my friend, you put more energy. Then once you track and you find out that everything is okay and you are in the green color, you scale like crazy. That's how I do it. So I scale like crazy. So that's so let me actually get this particular stuff bit by bit. So when it comes to getting offer, the first thing you need to do is what we call market research. In other words, what is selling? Let's assume you haven't had business yet. So the question is, what is it that's selling in the space where you are, either in your physical location or in maybe in the online space? What is it that's selling well? Like when you come to offline, somebody market research, like somebody go to market and do a market survey to know what is going on or what is selling well on that particular market that he wanted to actually locate to. Is it electronics? Is it whatever it is it stationary stuff? Is it devices, maybe mobile device or some other thing? Whatever it is, you understand? So you do your market research very well and make sure there is high demand in your marketplace. If there is not a good high demand on your marketplace, my friend, why are you wasting your energy doing nothing? So the service. So promote when it comes to product and offer. Then I normally do product and offer research. Remember I told you, like when it comes to market research, like looking between building material and maybe I'm just using an offline terminology to explain this thing for you. Looking between building material or like electronics. Now when it comes to, let's assume I choose electronics, then when it comes to electronics, then we do product offer research. So we search whether if it's generator, refrigerator, fan, whatever it is, or can you sell all of them. So similar like that is actually happening online. You can go to weight loss products, which is like market, and when you come to the weight loss product, maybe you can actually get a product on how to lose flat tummy, how flat tummy, lose the big tummy, you understand me, or how to actually grow muscle, whatever it is that is the product you have. If you want to come to something like how to make money niche, in other words, how to make money market, then you can split it. It can be of a training that can actually show you how to maybe run Facebook ad like you have watched previously, or how to get traffic, or how to actually personal development. That is number one thing I said you should focus on, and some other things. You understand me? So there is a market and there is a product in the market. You understand me? In other words, there is category and subcategory, niche and sub niches. You understand me? So it could be your product or affiliate offer, or maybe it could be a business opportunity or cost per action CPA. My friend, you could be selling physical products or etc. So understand me? Now, what I normally look at when it comes to getting offer, in other words, under the product research, is actually how much am I making per sale? How much is my gain? Then the number one, that is number one. Number two is actually, is there competition? Contrary to what people believe that actually competition is bad, for me, I believe that competition is a good stuff, because actually if there is no competition in offer I wanted to sell, that tells me that probably the offer is still new, or maybe the offer is not converting. So why will I waste my money in something that is not converting? I don't know what is getting, but if there is competition, then what I normally do is actually to embrace it and actually look for how I can outsmart my competitors. I don't know if you get it. Again, I'm just helping you because you buy this particular Facebook stuff from us. Then the last but not the least is actually one time commission or recurring. If there is two offer and one offer will be paying me a recurring rebill, the other one is one time commission, and I have the option to choose one, my friend, I'm going to for the recurring rebill. I don't know if you get it. So it pays to actually understand that, and that helped me at the early beginning because I actually put most of my energy in promoting a recurring repair offer, something like autoresponder, hosting account, or some other thing. Your own product might be anything. So understand me. Then let's go to the second step, get traffic. When it comes to get traffic, you have known actually how to do it with Facebook. But let me actually remind you more. So understand me. So for me, what I normally do is to ability if the traffic source I wanted to use does it have the ability to test more, because I don't want to, especially if my offer is a new product, I don't know how it will sell. I don't want to dump a lot of money on promoting that particular offer, and at the end of the day it turn out that it will not is not selling well. So understand me. So I wanted to actually find a traffic source that can help us to sell well, or at least under $100, and Facebook is one of them. At the time I recorded this video, if you're from Nigeria, you can start running Facebook ad with 1,000 naira, not $1,000. It's not up to $10. You understand me? So that is good for us now. But if you're from another country, probably it might be more than that, but at least you can start with less than $100, under $100. You understand? So another thing I'm looking for traffic sources that I'm using is actually whether if you have the three pillars of good quality traffic source. In other words, fast. Whether if you can get me traffic fast, and is it scalable, and is it consistent. So understand? I don't want one time hit and one time run. So understand? Then the last but not the least, when it comes to traffic, what I'm looking at is actually does the traffic have the ability to capture leads if possible. Like at the time I recorded this video, Google as in me say Google PPC, not Google Image Ad. Google PPC is the worst strategy you can use for to promote lead capture page. So understand, because they don't allow that. I don't know if you get it. So I'm looking for a traffic source that can help me to capture leads, and Facebook actually give it to me. There are other one that can give it to me without houses. So understand me. So now the last but not the least is actually track result on an investment. I always want to know my number. I don't want to get lost in the actually promotional wave. So understand me. Then what I'm looking for is actually I wanted to know my traffic stats. In other words, how many visitors I have, and how many is unique and how many is total, and the cost per visitor. How many do I spend to actually get one visitor? And I wanted to know actually my lead conversion rate. So if actually 500 people came to my website, how many of them, what is the percentage rate of the conversion of the people that came to my website actually to opted in their details to my actual autoresponder? So I need to know this particular stuff. Then I need to know sales conversion. Out of the people that I brought from this particular traffic source, how many actually buy my stuff? So understand me. And also I wanted to know, this one is huge. If you could know this particular one, my friend, you can print money or post an ad. So understand me. So I wanted to know my earning per click. In other words, if I spend $1 to actually brought a click, right? How much is my gain per that click? So let's assume my earning per click is something like $50. I mean, so let me put it something like $10, right? And actually, my cost per click is actually something like $5. You see, I'm in gain. So if I spend $5 to earn $10, in other words, extra gain of $5, I'm selling gain. So the lower the cost per click and higher the earning per click, my friend, and again, you understand me. So and again, to know this particular stuff, you can use awesome softwares. You can use something like or awesome tracking software. So you can use something like clickmagic.com. You can use clickmagic, you can use hypertracker or body URL. You know what you have to do? Below this particular video, you understand me, somewhere in this particular video, you will see a link that will lead you to where you can get this particular stuff with bonus price. If you do not see that particular link, maybe use one of our contact details to contact us to actually share this particular link. So understand me. So now the fourth step is actually scale like crazy. Now, what I normally do is to test offer with 3 different traffic sources. That's why I think that you need this particular help, because the only one you have got now is actually the Facebook you paid for free. And if you depended on Facebook, probably you might scale something without knowing that that thing does not sell all around. Sure, understand me? So for me, I like to use Facebook. I like to use some other sources, traffic sources, about 3 of them, to actually test my offer. And if that particular 3 of them actually prove that that particular offer is selling, so that tells me that that particular stuff is actually selling. So I'll be sure it's selling. So if it's profitable, in other way, if profitable, then what I normally do, I do a rollout, because actually I've known that this particular offer is selling. It's all about how getting more customers to that particular stuff. Now, you go as big as you can, as fast as you can on this particular stuff, my friend, and you always keep your finger on the pulse. Do not allow the wave of promotion to take you out. In as much as that you go bigger and faster, but you have to be watching your status and be sure that something crazy not happen on your ad stuff. You understand me? Very simple stuff. Very simple. So now let's talk about how to outsmart your competition, because a lot of people were like, actually, why, Oliver, did you like competition? I told you before, number one, it tells me that that particular offer is converting. Obviously, without it, the people will not be competing for promoting that particular similar offer. And no difficulty. Then, number two, what I normally do is, how can I outsmart them? And the first way to outsmart your competitor, my friend, is to spy your competitors. Most of the time, I don't waste my time in spying them. But this thing, I gain this particular ability not to waste my time, because I have known some of my ways. So understand me? So what if you don't know some of your ways? Then you can actually spy them. You can go to Facebook group, go to Facebook, whatever you are doing, search that particular stuff, and look on the post people posted about that particular stuff, and look on the page that have that particular post. My friend, go to that particular page. You can find out your what other people are doing. You understand me? And again, you can go to what you call Google group. You can go to google.com and type and look at the more. You can see Google group, and you can type your keyword or whatever you are selling or whatever you are doing. Then you can see a lot of group. My friend, join group and find out what they were discussing. I don't know what is getting. That is how you can be spying your competitors and know how they are doing the thing, and you know how you can do your own. Then again, in order to outsmart my competitors, I like to start traffic generation games small. I don't want to dump my money and become a loser. You understand me? So I want to start from 25 to $100 budget at most, and test my offer and find out that this particular offer is converting before I can actually scale. A lot of people do not do this particular stuff. Then when they scale, my friend, if they have to fail, they'll fail big instead of actually failing small or rising big. So understand. Then I tried different traffic sources, about 3 different sources, to be sure that this particular offer, this particular product, this particular services is actually selling. So understand me? Now, another thing I normally do is to separate myself from the crowd. Because there are a lot of competitors, I would like to get myself from the crowd. And most, especially if I'm promoting affiliate offer that other people are promoting, even if I'm promoting my own product, in other words, maybe a physical product, but other people are selling it, I need to get myself from the crowd. And how I do that is, I normally create a landing page for the product I'm promoting. So create the landing page for the product you are promoting. The reason why you wanted to do that is that you wanted, before the people can see that particular offer, you can make it very small. Before people can see that particular offer, my friend, they have to drop their contact detail, maybe their number or their email. I normally collect emails all the time, so that I can use my autoresponder to send them email. In other words, you monitor that particular list, show them similar offer, show similar offer. So if somebody actually, there is every potential that when somebody sees your product, he might not be in the position to buy it, either because he didn't have money yet, or he didn't resonate with that particular store one, that particular stuff, that particular one. But my friend, if you didn't have the contact of that particular person, you have lost that particular customer. I don't know if you get it. But had it been that before you see that particular smartwatch, whatever you are selling, your services you are plating here, before he can actually find out information more, about your business or whatever you are doing. He drop his own contact. Then, my friend, what you normally do is that you have his own contact, so you can use your autoresponder to send email of that particular offer or similar offer to him or her. I believe you're understanding this particular stuff. Very simple stuff. It's not time. And again, if you're using autoresponder for an external traffic, in other words, people that are not in your pool yet, I would advise you to put your autoresponder in double opt-in, because most of the time people put fake email. You understand? And if you are paying your autoresponder based on the size, list size, you might be spending much on the email that does not exist. But if you put it in a double opt-in, that particular email cannot come to your email list except they actually confirm their email, and actually they can't see your stuff except they confirm their email. You understand me? So more ways, let's talk about more ways to get traffic, because I believe this is actually what you want me to help you more. So there is another strategy we call OPL method, in other words, other people's lead. This is awesome, my friend. It gave me a lot of good results. Then it gives you instant traffic, my friend. Is fast, scalable, and consistent if done correctly. Remember the three pillars of actually good traffic. Is usually very inexpensive, works for all kind of niches. You can get the answer for get it for all kind of niches. It allows you to build your list very quick. Like if you don't have customer database like email list that you can use to be actually promoting to different offers, similar offers you are promoting, my friend, this particular strategy help you to build lists like there is no other. So let me actually break it down and tell you how it works. So here is how it works. Now remember that whatever you are selling now, there are some people that have been selling that particular stuff before you. Whatever it is, are you doing service, plating hair, whatever are you selling charcoal, are you selling this shoe product, are you selling t-shirt, are you selling smartwatch? Somebody have been selling smartwatch before you, right? Whatever it is. So a lot of people have deployed this particular strategy I explained to you now by creating a landing page to separate themselves from the actually competitors. You understand me? And maybe to actually get their stuff well done. So understand me? So these particular people have list of people who are interested in similar stuffs. So understand me? Now, some of them actually, there are some people that are actually blogging on a topic related to whatever you are doing. So a lot of people that are coming to their blogs to actually find that information they were looking for have subscribed to their list. So there are people that are with giant lists. Some people have something like 200,000 lists. And some people have 80 lists, some people have 300 lists, and so on. Some people have 20, 30, and 40, right? So now the question is actually, how can we actually tap into this particular list of this particular people and buy traffic actually and send this particular traffic to our landing page or whatever we are promoting? You understand me? So that these particular people that have actually been well cultivated will take a look at what we are selling, right? And when that particular stuff done, we can get traffic very fast. You understand me? Very simple stuff. So here is what you actually do. Now, how to get this particular stuff doing? You can go to Google and search based on the keyword plus izin, or your keyword plus newsletter. Let's assume you are promoting how to lose weight. You can search weight loss izin, or weight loss newsletter, or how to make money izin, or how to make money newsletter, or how to train dog izin, or how to train dog newsletter, how to plait hair izin, how to plait hair newsletter, charcoal izin, charcoal newsletter. What are you selling? Smartwatch izin. You just use a niche name that actually related to that particular stuff. Then you can see these particular publishers, and you can contact publishers to and buy is what we call solo ad. In other words, solo ad is actually to send your email marketing message to his entire database, contact list base. You understand me? And you pay them some money. Very simple stuff. And again, you can buy sponsored ad, then, or you can go you go to Google and search based on the keyword like how to make money plus blog. I don't know if you get it. Or you can search something like top 20 blog in plus country, like top 20 blog in Nigeria, top 20 blog in USA. know whether if you get it, if you are targeting a specific country, sure, understand me. Then you can see their blogs and know what they were blogging, and if they are blogging about what the topic you have, my friend, you can actually you find blog that collect leads, because in other words they have contact form. If they collect leads, that tells me that actually that they have contact list database. In other words, they have list of people that are actually interested on what they were blogging and coming to their website. Do you get it? Now, my friend, you contact blog owner and ask to buy what you call the same solo ad or sponsored post. Very simple. So, and when you are contacting them, this is the question you have to ask them to understand. Number one is, can I buy a solo ad from you? Or if it's a blogger, you can say, can I buy a sponsored post? If you found out that they are selling sponsored posts, you understand me. Then, even if you didn't find out, you can say, ask the question. If a sponsored post is what you want, then you can ask them, how many active subscribers do you have? Again, I'm trying to help you on how to get more customers to your people, to whatever you are selling. I mean to say, you understand. Then you can ask them, how many active customers do you have? The reason why I know the active customer, there is potential that, my friend, this particular guy have something like thousands of subscribers, but this thousands of subscriber, maybe he updated his list 10 years ago, 5 years ago, so probably they are not active, they are not coming again. You understand? So I needed to know from him if how many active subscribers he have. Then what is your average email open rate? Again, I will tell you the reason why I want to know all these things. Then how much is your solo ad? Again, inside Global Freelance Academy, we actually sketch a particular email that has this particular question. I believe that this particular email work like magic. It have never failed me yet, but you can actually use this particular question to create an email if you are not a member of Global Freelance Academy, except if you join. You understand me? Very simple stuff. You see where we'll get in detail on this particular strategy. You understand me? Then the reason why we did all this particular stuff, let's do some math. Let's assume, based on our question, we found out that that particular person have 4,000 lists, and he's selling the solo ad for something like $100. Again, do not scale out, it might not be this particular price. You understand me? So we are actually still assuming. So let's assume that his email open rate is 10% and click-through rate, in other words, those who click go open, those that clicked after open, we are only 20% of the 10% of 4,000 people. So now by our math, we found out that 40,000 people. By math, we found out that 40,000 multiplied by 10% equals to 4,000, and 4,000 multiplied by 20% is 800 visitors to your website by paying $100. Right? So let's assume you are promoting something that, okay, let's assume that the conversion rate from visitor to sale, we didn't want to actually go deep on actually lead conversion before sale. Let's assume that that's why we put it 2%. Let's assume that the conversion rate between from visitor to sale is actually 2%. Then 800 multiplied by 2% is 16 sales. So let's assume that whatever you are selling, you are gaining $40. Obviously, there are some people that are earning more than that per sale. Then, my friend, there is an income of $640 on that particular traffic you just run. And if you subtract $100 you spend for the ad from $640, my friend, you make a profit of $540, and you have many leads from this particular traffic. What if the email open rate is up to 20, 30, or 40? What if the click-through rate is up to 50? What if the list is higher than 40,000? What if you are paying something like $20? You understand me? What if the visitors to sales rate, conversion rate is something like about 20%? Do you get it? Depending on your offer, depending on how you do this particular stuff, my friend, you get more money from this particular area. So let me actually grow you more and show you more ways to get traffic. We have what we call banner media traffic. We have what we call Google image ad. I don't know whether if you have actually go to a blog and you see ad following you, my friend, you can strategically set that particular ad using Google image ads to actually laser target people. You understand me? And retarget them. You understand me? So we have PPC media traffic, we have video media traffic, and etc. There are many of them. Do you understand me? So now the question is actually how can I help you to become a traffic expert? Number one thing is actually you have to make a decision to become one. If you don't make decision to become a traffic getting traffic expert, in other words, generating and conversion of traffic into sale, if you don't make that decision, all this particular stuff I'm saying might not be relevant for you, as in you might not actually gain it. So you need to make decision to become a traffic getting expert, a traffic expert, not only just getting and converting. That's why I say the traffic expert. Then another thing you have to do is that you have to learn from someone who wants the work, not just for someone who talk the talk. So understand me? Then and you know that traffic plus conversion is equal to dollar, is equal to more money in your bank account and the good life, because the more money you have, genuinely, my friend, the more good life you actually have. I don't know if you get it. And traffic, as in like oxygen is to human and like fuel is to vehicle. So traffic is to traffic is to actually business. I don't know whether if you have asked yourself why a lot of big names like Google, Facebook, Nike, and some other things are still running adverts. You understand me? I don't know whether that something like Nike can pay football club a very big premium money for them to wear a Nike made quality jersey. You understand me? I don't know whether if you get it. You understand me? That in our country, that there is a betting company called Bet Nigeria. Almost every year, they are hosting a feast in actually stadium in Enugu called Fino Feast. Do you know how much million they are spending? Why are they doing that? To actually getting people to their stuff. You know what if you get it? So understand me? So you need to actually be in this game. And the one thing I will try to advise you that there are 3 levels of traffic. And I will advise you to only focus on the level 2 and level 3. Forget about level 1 traffic, and I will still show you what I mean by that. So let's actually look at the pyramid, traffic pyramid, and you will understand what I mean. So I don't know whether if you have feared what somebody tell you, buy this particular stuff, buy this particular software, this particular push button reach script code magic ps etc. Have you heard about that particular stuff? And miraculously it will actually make you money. My friend, I have one word for this particular stuff, and it's right there: garbage. So garbage. So understand. So, and there is a second level, in other words, level 2 traffic. This that one is actually the level 1 traffic, and this particular level 2 traffic is actually paid media, something like search engine optimization, affiliate, JV, social media, video, etc. For me, I normally based on paid media when it comes to level 2 traffic. You understand me? I don't want to babysit my business, social media. In other words, what I mean by social media, creating page and waiting for miracle for people to come and visit the page. I normally, if I create page and have my offer on my page, I can go to Facebook and actually paid Facebook to run a paid media and get the customer to my offer, or I can pay external to my offer wherever it is. You understand me? That has been my way. Instead of actually doing search engine optimization, going to YouTube, posting video and wait, I can go to YouTube, go to Google, run a video ad. You understand me? Pay them. In other words, that's what I classify as paid media, and they can give me people. You understand me? To my offer than creating video and waiting that miraculously maybe one day my YouTube channel will actually start growing. Sure, now why can't I grow it by myself? And again, the level 3 traffic is actually the elite circle. That place, my friend, the people at that particular top with that particular secret are crushing it when it comes to printing money. You understand me? You know what I would advise you, my friend? Zero your mind about level 1 traffic, period. Forget about it. Again, if you wanted to learn 1 or 2 things about the course, what you can do is forget about it for now. After you have made money and become rich, maybe you can go and study it just for the purpose of knowing what is going there. But I bet you, once you know or find out that everything that's happening there is garbage, you forget about all that particular stuff because it doesn't work, right? You understand me? So would you like to learn exactly how to do it? In other words, how to actually do the more traffic getting stuff using level 2 traffic and level 3. Do you know how to do you actually desire to actually learn it? Again, if you have watched my Facebook training that you have bought, you know that I like to explain everything. I would like to tell you to decode the code, you understand, and tell you where you need to focus to get results. I believe you might have been started getting results, or maybe you are watching this particular video as a best IV. You understand me? Now let me open this particular curtain and give you a good news. So we have a training called Global Freelance Academy, and the good news about what I wanted to tell you now that is now opening for registration. But there is a little bad news, you understand me, which might be huge. And the bad news is that but for a limited time. In other words, the time for opening. The reason why we did it a limited time is because actually we wanted to get about 1,000 people, 2,000 people into that particular training and seal the door. You understand me, that nobody join again. So we can focus on those people and take them to a great high of success when it comes to online marketing. You understand me? That is why it will not last for long. You understand me? So, but this particular training is awesome. There is no kind of it in existence, at least in this particular country. You understand me? So let me actually rush and break it down for you, so you know what you actually have when you buy this particular stuff. And you know what difficulty. So there are level 1, we have level 1, level 2 and cool stuff. Then level 1 we have 4 stages, and number 1 is actually business building mastery, traffic mastery. Number 2 is traffic mastery. Number 3 conversion mastery, and number 4 Fiverr mastery. Then in level 2 we have advanced 8 weeks course. We have traffic. In advanced way, we have actually conversion. Advanced but very simple, like I used to explain my stuff. Short assignment. Then traffic stuff, conversion stuff, doors on the sea. So what I did on doors of the sea, or the doors of the sea side, is actually when I run a campaign, I document everything. You understand me? The success, the failure, and some other thing. Then till I break through with that particular campaign. So I put my videos, the videos of everything that I did when running campaign on that particular doors on the sea. The reason why I call it doors on the sea is something that is unheard of. Many people, many marketers don't do it, and the reason why I'm doing it is for you to see how I get to success. You understand me? That particular doors on the sea is awesome. It's like raising doors on the sea, which is difficult, but it's doable. You understand? That's why I gave it the name doors on the sea. In other words, doing what others don't do. Period. For you. You understand me? Then we have resources and the good work. So you know what I have to do? Let me peel this particular stuff off and rush it. Please permit me to rush this particular stuff because I don't want to waste a lot of time here. You understand me? Now there is the GFA level 1. Let's talk about it. So in business building mastery, what we did is actually we have best marketing advice ever. If you want to change your life and change your financial status forever, watch the trainings on this particular subcategory. Watch the training there and actually take action on that training. It will definitely change your life. I kid you not. I know it will, because it did to me and to many other people that passed through it. You understand me? And do it is like a subscription. Do it as it was actually, as I told you to do it there. You understand me? Then we have advanced market and the product research. How to actually know the product that you are, like if you don't have what you are selling now, or you have one but you wanted to actually add more and you wanted to know what is selling now, my friend, after watching this video, like you have the magic ability to actually pinpoint what is selling now, and that, my friend, is more money, because if you know what is selling now, you can sell it and make more money. Then lead magnet, or what I call value driving marketing system. This is how I put it, this is it. You understand me? So if you wanted to make a lot of money when it comes to online and offline, when it comes to business, you need to, it's like an appetizer. Let's assume you have a good product, a good food. You wouldn't be afraid to give an appetizer to people, and when you give an appetizer to people to take, they wouldn't be ashamed or stingy to actually rush and get their money and buy from you. This have made me a lot of, this is where you separate the failures, the success from the failures. I don't know how to actually explain this particular value driven marketing system, VDMS, but that is the best. That is the engine of the vehicle. You understand me? Take it out from business, business might collapse. Get it into business, business will boom. That is the end of what I wanted to tell about the training you get here. Then do you know about domain name registration secrets, how to actually reset domain name, the basic of hosting and setup, how to actually do setup, hosting, all this particular stuff that confuse people. We explain it in a way that it will never confuse you again. Then landing page, or you can call it opt-in page, or and the thank you page, or you can call it success URL page creation. So you don't know how to create landing page, my friend, forget about HTML or CSS code. That one is, let's leave it for the actually the people that code it. There is the awesome software that you can use to design a very beautiful website that outperform almost every website you have seen. Sure, understand me? And I'll show you in detail how to use the best of that particular software. Sure, understand me? Then we actually go in deep on the email management system. In other words, EMS. What about autoresponder setup and so? Not just setup, the everything that go about autoresponder. After watching this particular stuff, you become a master in autoresponder. Then the last but not the least is actually link tracking to setup. Not just setup, we teach you about tracking. You about know your number, because if you know your number, you know whether if you can continue or not continue, right? Sure understand. So let's talk about the stage 2 traffic, the stage 2 and in the Global Freelance Academy training. Sure understand me? Then we have instant traffic, and when it comes to instant traffic, we have 7 core modules. 7 core module, not just 7 videos, 7 core module that actually show you different traffic. So you just watch Facebook traffic that you bought, and that Facebook traffic you bought to help you to understand how to run traffic completely. But my friend, you didn't see pixel stuff there, you didn't see some others. There are some secrets that actually are not there that you can actually get when you join Global Freelance Academy. And the reason why you didn't put it there, because it involves, some of them involve having a landing page, some of them involve having some knowledges which the other area, in other words, business building market area, which will give you before you can actually be able to perform well there. That's why we didn't put it in this particular course, but you can gain it when you join Global Freelance Academy. So I have 7 modules. This particular training is like a look over my shoulder type of training, like you have seen me doing on Facebook. Show understanding, designed to help you get traffic now. And let me actually break this particular stuff down. Like email media traffic, I just give you a tip of it. Show understand me? So that is level module number 1. How to leverage other people's leads to get traffic, my friend. The on-demand traffic source. In other words, if you want traffic tomorrow, you want 5,000 people to come to you, whatever you are selling tomorrow, you just implement this particular stuff today, and you have it done. You want 10,000 people, you want 20,000 people, my friend, you got it. Sure understand me? Then the other, the OPL cut method, I show you how to actually go the advanced part of it, and how to the short method that I normally use that give me best result. Sure understand me? The OPB strategy, in other words, other people blog strategy. When I was starting out, when I was promoting director of Izini, which is 72 hours catch machine, I deployed this strategy. I went to a Nigerian blogger, and I didn't even went to the person face to face. I haven't seen the person face to face up till now. I'm recording this particular video, although we share, someone sure understand me. So I paid him some money, and he ran, because I understood this, I ran an ad with him. My friend, within 2 or 3 days, I have over 6,000 people subscribed to my autoresponder, and the higher percentage of them buy directly of Zin that we are selling for $197 then, and I was getting $90 per sale. Did you see it? Deploying this particular strategy alone, it will work like magic. Sure understand me? So what are you selling? You can use it to sell anything. Remember I told you this thing before. Then the Udemy traffic secret, knowing about the sponsored post traffic strategy. My friend, this is powerful. Tips and tricks for increasing result on investment. And you can have a resource and the contact that I'm using, the people that I'm marketing, that actually buying this particular traffic from. Then the OPL traffic discussion area. Almost all the module have where we actually discuss. You understand me? So that if you have confusion, you can ask question there and they can actually answer you. You understand me? Then the underground PPC traffic, specific networks review. So I review specific network that will help you on this particular stuff. Then complete setup and targeting breakthrough. I give it to you. We did live campaign setup demos, not just one. So understand me? That's why I put demos. Guru, don't show this stuff. That's what we do on this particular training. My friend, the underground PPC resources. My friend, the underground PPC traffic discussion area. You have it on this particular module. So let's talk about module number 3, Facebook media traffic. There is the basic Facebook traffic reviewed. Not that we will review it. You know this thing where I give you above, that you bought above, is the basic Facebook traffic. You understand me? So inside the Global Freelance Academy, we also include and have the advanced Facebook traffic secret like pixel retargeting. You see, talk about lookalike audience, custom audience, details, everything. We did it in detail that you become a Facebook expert, more powerful than what you have watched before. You understand me? Complete setup and targeting breakdown. Again, I showed you more than that. Then we'll talk about interest, demographic, behavior, customer lookalike audiences, and your targeting secrets. So if you have a business, especially if it's digital business that is celebrating in another country, my friend, and your country have saturated, how can you use Facebook to take it to that particular country? Awesomely. You understand me? So we did a live campaign setup demos. You understand me? I show you almost all the this particular stuff, the objectives. You understand me? Then Guru don't show this stuff. We did that particular stuff there. Resources and contacts, and my friend, the Facebook media traffic discussion area. This is still on level 1 of Global Freelance Academy. I mean, say level 2 of Global Freelance Academy. You understand me? So level 1 stage 2, that's what I'm talking about. You understand me? So module 4, we did about banner media traffic. My friend, the secret formula no one really teaches you. I showed you the secret. Offer selection science. You know, when science comes, you know what it means. It must work. You understand me? Banner creation secret, I showed you this particular stuff. Distribution channels, not just one. We did what I call BBT method. Again, for the sake of preventing, keeping this particular secret for only the paid member of Global Freelance Academy. When you get inside, then you know what this particular stuff means. Then live campaign setup demos, resources and contacts, and my friend, banner media traffic discussion area. Again, all this particular stuff I'm pulling out now is something you gain by joining Global Freelance Academy. You understand me? So you know how to get more people to your offer, not just Facebook. Do you get it? And they are working awesomely. You understand me? Then the secret GIA traffic, in other words, Google Image Ads, how to make Google your affiliate. Powerful. Pay them pennies for traffic they send you. Powerful. The secret technique revealed. Powerful. Setup and targeting walkthrough. Powerful. Live campaign setup demo. Powerful. Resources and contacts. Powerful. The secret GIA traffic discussion area. Powerful. So with this particular stuff, let's assume that you want to Linda Cage blog, and Linda Cage is actually not actually running banner and directory, or probably that is charging costly. You and Betty any blog, but that particular blog is actually deploying, having Google AdSense on their website. How can you go to Google and get your ad on that particular page without paying big? A lot of secrets is there. This here. You understand me? So now let's talk about the video module number 6. That one I will see now is module number 5. This is module number 6. Video media traffic. In other words, how to get paying traffic from video using Google and YouTube. My friend, the secret technique revealed, setup and targeting workthrough, live campaign demo, setup demo. So everything I showed you, I'll walk you through, and you be like as if say that you stand behind my shoulder, see me doing stuff, so that you get no confusion. So no confusion. You understand? So resources and contacts, the video media traffic discussion area. I'm not a big fan of free traffic, but module number 7 which show free traffic generation secret that are very awesome. Show understanding is working well, especially when you start out new, you don't have budget for your capital for your budget. Show understanding. Then how to get tons of free quality traffics online. There is ways using good platforms. My friend, what best strategies? Nobody have shown this thing before. Live campaign setup demo, we did it live and you see it. Tools and resources and contacts, because I show you some tools that can help you on that. The free traffic generation secrets discussion area. Oh my friend, think about this, think about this, think about this. You understand me? So let's talk about stage number 3, conversion mastery, 6 module course. You understand me? Command that it can command attention and make you, in other words, you become celebrity authority, not just celebrity. You understand? Each module has its own discussion area. I don't know whether you get it. It works like magic. So let's break it down. Conversion mastery: how to triple and quadruple your income while being total cool. You understand? 6 strategies for making the easiest money ever. You hear how to turn your prospects into royal repeat customers, not just one-time customer. You understand me? The number 1 buying emotion that make you rich that nobody is talking about. Engineer this, boom, that particular person will must buy. You understand me? Then how to sell a lot of stuff without selling. You wanted that particular stuff. I know that a lot of people will actually buy Global Freelance Academy because of this secret, because people don't want to sell. People are shy of selling. You understand me? The ultimate list communication structure, the secret technique for printing money, my friend, and the last but not the least, the $2,500 campaign method. I call it $2,500 because actually the result he gives to me, and because actually how much I would have paid it if I'm selling differently. So stage 4, Fiverr mastery. So if you have a digital skill, you can design banner, you can design website, you know how to edit software, you know how to use Photoshop and some other things. Maybe you do not have money for actually selling whatever you wish to sell, or maybe this is actually your life career, that thing you are doing. You understand me? And you don't know where to sell it. My friend will cover it in Fiverr mastery. You can go to Fiverr and start selling your talents for money. You understand me? Now you can, we teach about how to actually know what sell much there, in other words, product mastery, and how to get traffic, specific traffic that can convert it well. We have free and paid. You understand me? Then conversion mastery and withdrawal secret, how to convert your ads, your stuff there, and make more money. And when you make the money, how to get the money to your local bank account. You understand me? Then we talk about time mastery. Fiverr newbie is awesome. Fiverr mastery is awesome. It opens a gate for everybody that do not have budget now. And again, I showed you how you can get some talents if you don't have anyone. So let's talk about the GFA level number 2. Then advanced training. You have 80 weeks advanced coaching program. A new module is released every week for 80 weeks. My friend, focuses entirely on traffic and conversions. A look over my shoulder type of training. You know how I teach something. The early traffic network that no one teaches about. That particular third pyramid, my friend, will reveal it in this particular advanced training. Then the top traffic, I don't know whether you get it. Then they have a penny traffic method, will reveal it here. The underground stuff that nobody teaches, my friend, and the dots on the seat. Here you can actually see the dots on the seat, and the reverse reserved only for $2,000, $2,500 clients. So this particular training, I was selling it for, I reserved it only for the client that can pay $2,500, but you get it today if you actually take action very fast. Then, as it will be included for you as a bonus, if you take action very fast, there are more awesome stuffs Let's talk about it. My personal resources plus cheat sheets, my personal contacts list for getting traffic, where I buy traffic and some other thing. We have their personal contacts. So understand me. Access to my personal traffic brokers, list of traffic networks I use, my friend, my time saving result on investment boosting software and tools that I normally use, and last but not the least, more cool stuff I can't review here. I kept it secret for the people that actually will join Global Freelance Academy. So the question now is actually, how much does the Global Freelance Academy, how much is it? Let me tell you one thing for sure. Global Freelance Academy, what the reward value for Global Freelance Academy is $5,491. Let me actually break this particular stuff down for you to actually get it. Like business building mastery, I bought it for $407. My friend, traffic mastery $407. My friend, conversion mastery $407. My friend, advanced traffic, that particular third pillar, that particular level 3 traffic is worth for $2,500. And the cool stuff I'm talking about worth $1,500. My friend, the world class support team is priceless. I don't have price. There no, it's priceless. You understand me? So if you did the calculation of this particular stuff, you found out that the real worth of Global Freelance Academy is $5,407. You understand? That is what is worth. I don't know if you get it. But guess what? I am not charging you that amount to join Global Freelance Academy. And I'm not charging you even the half of that amount to join it. And I'm not charging you even the quarter of the amount to join it. My friend, I'm not charging you even the half of the quarter of the amount to join Global Freelance Academy. I don't know if you get it. So the question is actually, how much does Global Freelance Academy really actually cost? So let me open this particular stuff and show you. So get complete Global Freelance Academy program now for only 30,000 naira. Yes, or is equivalent to your currency. You understand me? Just go to actually the button below, click on it, and you see where you can buy it, 30,000 naira. So if you are buying with another currency and we have naira currency in the page, don't worry, our payment processor will do the conversion and collect the amount to your currency, the equivalent of it, your currency. But if you maybe at the time you are watching this video is in dollar currency, my friend, that is what is sell for now. You understand me? But look at it. Let me actually clear you so that you know whether if this particular stuff is for you or not for you, because you don't want to waste your money. I don't know if you get it. So understand. So it is for you if you want this particular stuff and I want to outline. If it's for you, if you want to have total control and power in your business, then this particular course is for you. If you wanted to crush competition and just dominate in whatever you are selling, this particular training is for you. If you wanted to have the ability to print money, this particular training is for you. If you wanted to hit the ground running today, don't want to waste time, my friend, you got it in the right place. This particular training is for you. If you want to get results fast, do not waste time to join to get this particular training. But if you do not want any of this, there's no need of you to join, because actually this is what actually we're trying to help you to actually gain control and become this particular master on what you are doing. I don't know if you get it, and print a lot of money using whatever you are doing online. If you do not have what you are doing, don't worry, we showed you how you can start one even without paying. I don't know if you get it. So understand me. So now let me give you this guarantee, because probably some of you might be scared and think, wow, you just say all this particular stuff, maybe it doesn't exist. So understand me. If you are not totally blown away by the training inside Global Freelance Academy, my friend, send us an email and you have your money back. If you don't get at least 10,000 in value, you are the guarantee is still covering you. If you do not like my step-by-step watch over my shoulder type of training, it's enough for you to refund your money. To refund, if you, and this particular guarantee we are giving is not 2 days, 3 days, or 4 days, it's 30 days full money back guarantee. Penny you paid, we give you penny, in as much as that payment processor will cost some, you understand me, but he will give it for you complete if you actually refund, you understand me. And my friend, nothing to send back, obviously it's a digital training, so you got everything, but I'll guarantee you one thing, the refund rate, our refund rate is close to zero. Sean, I'm not kidding you. At the time I'm recording this particular video, you understand me? Nobody have actually refunded, because actually they found out that what we have there is actually the superb training that will take you and give you what you are looking for. You understand me? And you have an ongoing stuff. And another thing I will tell you is that if anyone should refund, that particular person will never have any door or window to join us again. So probably that is one of the reasons there, but that is not the main reason that they don't refund. The greater reason that people don't refund is actually they see more than 10,000 value on what they paid in the training, so they don't have option of refunding. So, and you will see it, and you believe me, you be like, how can I contribute more, how can I add more money and pay, because this worth more than what I spent, what I actually invested on. So understand me? So without wasting time, let me actually do something I believe that nobody will do. So understand me? Remember I told you it's 30,000 naira, but let me actually blow your mind. Then I wanted to help you save up to 50% of that particular amount. You understand me? But it's only for today only, no exception. So don't tell me, Oliver, I was on vacation, I was in church, I was in this particular safe. I don't know when this particular training actually go off. I wanted to actually get it, but no excuses, because excuse does not reside with result. You understand me? So this is only for today. So get your own global freelance academy, in other words GFA, for only 15,000 naira within 72 hours. So I give you 3 days from today. You are watching it, so after 3 days, my friend, you have lost this particular 50 bonus. You understand me? Now price changes to 20,000 after 3 days, and to 30,000 the real price after 5 days. That is how it actually works. So delay is dangerous. So it is your own only opportunity to save over 49% of the original price. My friend, this particular stuff, here is why I'm doing this particular stuff, because some you might be asking, why am I giving more reduction for you? So understand. So number one thing that this thing I'm doing is a marketing test. So I'm testing my marketing to actually know how it perform before I can give the actual price of Global Freelance Academy. So understand. So I want your case study for my big project. In other words, I wanted to feature you. I believe you can't object it. You will like that particular. That will help you to become a celebrity authority when you actually you become successful using this particular method, using our training. And like I wanted to do a big project, and I will feature you. You show your result on a detailed result, so that people will see the real truth. You understand me? Then it will make you that whenever you are saying this is good, my friend, they will believe you, because you become a celebrity authority. You understand me? Then you can use the over 14,999 naira to buy traffic and make money. You understand me? That you have saved from. If you take action now with that particular money, go to Facebook, use it to promote whatever you are selling. You understand me? You are promoting. And again, I just wanted to be extra cool and help you out. That is my main aim. But remember, within 72 hours, if you do not get Global Freelance Academy, you have to get it at the normal price. You understand me? So as you can see, this bird fly and tell us that this is the last slide. So here is what you need to do now, not just next. You understand me? So you will see a button like this that say activate with one pay lifetime option, and that is the option. Now again, probably with time we can put it to monthly recurring, but now you pay once and nobody will charge you monthly recurring, because you join when we have one pay lifetime option. So understand? So you click on a button like this below, and my friend, enter your credit card and buy this particular stuff and join Global Freelance Academy. Again, if you do not know how to actually buy Global Freelance Academy, or you are facing challenges by Global Freelance Academy online, what you do is you contact us. And while you are contacting us, look at the link where this particular video is. Wherever you are seeing this video, look around, you see a contact. You understand me? You will contact us with contact us with this particular email. Boom! You understand me? And once you send us an email with this particular email, and show us a link where you see this particular video, so that we actually know who actually promoted it to you, and will help you buy it. So you have to do transfer to us, I'll show you bank detail. You do transfer to us. We'll help you buy it, and we'll be able to credit whoever that promoted this particular video to you. So understand me? That is the awesome thing about joining Global Freelance Academy. You are not just getting the training, my friend. You are getting help. The members of that Global Freelance Academy can sell Global Freelance Academy to make money, to crush it online. So understand me? So without wasting time, can't wait for nobody. As you can see, the time is ticking. Once you reach zero, once there is this time, particular time, 72 hours, my friend, you load this particular bonus and you can buy it for 30,000 again. If it's still 30,000, but one thing you have to do is actually look below and actually see this particular lookalike button and actually buy Global Freelance Academy. And I welcome you inside Global Freelance Academy, where you learn the truth about how to make a lot of money online. I will see you when you join, and we'll discuss and you will enjoy our life. I will see you then, my friend. Bye. See you inside Global Freelance Academy. Thank you.